Hi everyone, this is a Friday Sews video, which is a weekly sewing catch-up video, and I'm just going to share today some success I've had with trousers. I'll just tell you what I'm wearing, and the top is a new top, and the bottoms, or rather the skirt, is something I made last year, and it is a Sew Over It make, and it is the Alba skirt from the Sew Over It Summer Dreaming wardrobe. It's the ebook of patterns, and it is a wrap round skirt. So it has the ties here, so it like feeds through here, wraps around the back, and then ties off. And it has sort of curved, I'm actually wearing socks, so hopefully they won't show, but it kind of tulips at the front. I did shorten this for about 3 inches, not from the bottom, for like halfway up. I can't remember if there's shortening lines on this or not, but I didn't change it at the hem because that can then sort of send everything off. But as I'm 5'3", it was too low down, so I just shortened that. And if anyone else wants to know, Sew Over It, I believe, draft for 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", and as I'm 5'3", I just chopped some length off and then it fit. And I've worn this week because we've suddenly had summer arrive, although today it's absolutely chucking it down and the temperature's dropped, which is good to cool it off because it's been absolutely roasting this week. But this skirt is ideal for wearing in the hot weather because it's nice and breezy. I've made it in a viscose, and as it's a patterned viscose, it's not see-through. So I would really recommend this skirt as an easy to wear, nice loose fitting, and even it crosses over, even on a windy day, you've still got good coverage, so you don't have to like walk all day holding it down. Now the top I'm wearing is the Lunar Tank by Love Notions. Now this I made last night actually, so I haven't ironed the hem, but I think with this skirt you can have it tucked in or untucked. Now this has negative ease at the bust and positive ease at the waist and the hips, so I made a medium because I wanted it quite fitted round at the top here. I didn't want any gape or anything, but in the summer it can get really hot if you've got something to sat on your skin all the time. So I thought, no, I'll grade up. So I graded to a large at the waist and at the hips, and it's just the right, so you can wear it with a normal bra. I think you can perhaps see my straps, but you can't see, obviously it's not too low, so it does cover that strap, so you don't have to wear a strapless bra. Obviously if I had wearing a black bra, it would sort of camouflage the strap a bit more, but I really recommend it. It actually comes as a set, so I'll put it on the screen, and it's a lunar loungewear set, so you can make shorts sort of 3/4 length like pyjama bottoms and a nightie, or this top which is the cami, and you can opt to have a shelf bra fitted in it. I didn't do that because I think that would be more if you're wearing it as a nightie and didn't want to wear a bra to bed, which I don't. But during the day, obviously, I just wear it with normal underwear, but you have got that option which is all included in the pattern. And I had that printed out by Fabuloso, and I've traced off, so the pattern packs up really small, and I think it's a good basics for summer. Now if you watched last week's episode, and if you didn't, I will put it up in the cards above, so if you click on it, it will put it in like a reserve queue so you can watch it after this. But I went through, I made a toile or muslin for the Sew Over It Ultimate Culottes. Now there were a few minor fitting adjustments that I needed to do, so they were really long, as I just said, Sew Over It draft for somebody taller than myself. And also I found, though they fitted really well at the back, I found they were just too low at the front, like in the crotch area. So what I've done is I got the pattern pieces. I just thought, oh, sometimes I have the pattern lying around, but I don't. I took 1 inch, a good 1 inch out of the front crotch, and then just tapered it across. So I slashed the pattern where the crotch bit is, so I slashed it and then tapered to nothing, so I didn't take any length out of the hip area, so it literally just came out of that front crotch, so just a wedge. You probably know what I'm talking about. And then I realised that I had some fabric which I'd actually bought from Sew Over It, and it was Sew Over It fabric in a sale, I believe. I don't know if it was last year possibly or the year before, and it's this one here. So you would have, if you follow Lisa Comfort, who owns Sew Over It, you've probably seen this fabric pop up before. I can't remember what it is. I think it's some kind of crepe. It's very smooth, but it does have that sort of polyester feel, so it does drop creases. It doesn't hold a crease. So it's quite good for this kind of pattern. When I made it, I realised that I'd actually put the zip in the wrong side, so I believe, and the way I'd done it with the muslin, I'd left it so the zip would be on my, this is my left hand side, and when I made it, I had done it the wrong way. So when I put them on, I thought these are giving me a real wedgie. Then I realised they're back to front. So my zip is actually on the right hand side. And I also took off 3 inches. So I chopped the pattern off by 3 inches, and then I was able to get this out. I think I had over 2 meters. I either had 2 to 2.5 meters of fabric, but I think I could get these, no, I think I had 2 meters. I could get these out of 2 meters because I obviously chopped 3 inches off the length. But these do have belt loops, and I messed up with the placement of the loops, so I ended up with one at the centre front, so I unpicked that. So I've only actually used, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've only used 4 belt loops, and the pattern drafts for 5, so I've gone wrong somewhere. Let me pop them on and you can see what they look like on. The rain is getting louder, so hopefully it won't be too loud in this video. Right, I'm going to move the camera and you're going to see the mess probably in the background, but so you can see the full length. So this is such a better length on me, since I did a 1-inch hem, so shortened by 3 inches, and I think it does include a 1-inch hem anyway. And so the zip is on this side, and so there are 4 darts at the back, and then there are 2 darts at the front, and it just sits quite nicely. So hopefully you can see. Let me pan you down. So it has good drape. The only thing is they are a little cooler, cause a little bit of static. And then that's what they look like from the back. So I think it gives quite nice shaping here. I have obviously just tucked my top in. So these are high-waisted. They do come up quite high. So you can either have them tucked in, the top tucked in, or untucked. But I thought I'd make a simple black top, and then that would go quite nice. I mean, you could have a t-shirt and then just tie it into a knot, so it sort of accentuates that. So obviously I don't need a belt for these because they are not really going anywhere because I'm a little bit tight on the old tummy. But you could make your own like sash tie, or you could just put a normal belt on them. I mean, obviously you can see I've got room. I can tuck in, and that's fine. So around the waist I've got a little bit of ease. Now I made size what I would call 17, so I got the 16 and the 18 and drew a line between the two because of where my measurements fall, and that is just right for me. I've always had problems with excess fabric below the bottom area going down, so as the culottes are like straight down as a wide leg, I don't need to address that issue. So I will work on the block for how I've made these to how I can adapt them to regular trousers. So this will be an ongoing project. Let me just show you some fabric that I bought to make another pair. I have 3 new fabrics that I actually bought yesterday, and one of them was to make another pair of culottes. Now there's a new place that opened up in Suffolk, and I saw it advertised on Facebook for fabrics, and it's somebody who had a market stall somewhere else, and they've relocated to Suffolk, and they've set up like a unit within a sort of a touristy holiday park type place. So I thought I would go along and see what there was. I had seen a video on Facebook they'd put on, and it did look like a lot of polyester, and I wasn't sure. So I went along and I got this, and I have no idea what it was because nothing was labelled up. To be honest, I don't think I'll go back there, but I did get this. And she said it was navy. I bought it thinking it was black, but she said it was navy. It's almost like a dark grey. I'm not really sure. I think there's stretch to it, so I think it could be like a stretch suiting, but it wasn't really very helpful to not have any fabric composition or anything. And it was only, I think it was either £2 or £3 a metre, so I got 2 meters of that. So I thought plain fabric with a bit of stretch as well, I would make another pair of culottes. And then I bought 1 metre of, it's like a, would you say it's a chambray? It's very light denim, and it does have, oh, not that way, I thought it had stretch to it. Yeah, so it's got a one-way, two-way stretch, and then if it goes that way and then the other way it's like four-way stretch. So this is a two-way stretch, it only stretches in one direction. So 1 meter, and that was for hopefully to make some shorts. Now I went on to Mood Patterns, that's the back. I mean, they look ridiculous, the pattern piece for shorts, but these are high waist, these are the Piper shorts by Mood Society. So if you go to Mood Fabrics and click on Society, they've got loads of free patterns. I made one of their free patterns as my Frugal frocks dress, which I'll link that video in the description box below because it sort of shows you the website and everything. But you can just go on, you click on to download, you just put your name and an email address and it will email you a link where you can download these patterns. So it doesn't give you finished measurements, that's the only thing. So I thought I would just try them. So obviously they like this here, but it's a paper bag style, so it folds over a couple of times and then the bottom like folds up. So they look really short. So what I was planning to do is add about 4 inches of length and then just see if I can get them to fit, because Mood Patterns do have quite a lot of patterns for in like bigger sizes. So I figured that maybe they draft for someone a bit more curvier. So I thought I'd give it a go. The pattern was free. Hopefully I can get them out of 1 meter of fabric. I'm not too sure, but if I can, that fabric was like cost me like £3 or something. If not, I will make them out of the calico fabric that I bought from Pound Fabrics and see if I can get the fit right, because I really would like some more shorts. I basically have, since I put on a little bit of weight, before I would have some denim shorts which had a bit of stretch to them, but they're quite old now and I imagine they're too tight anyway. But I do have some jersey shorts that I bought from H&M online and they're really quite hideous, but for if you're on the beach or if you're in the back garden just to sling on to do like cleaning or DIY or whatever, then they're fine, but they don't look very nice. So I would like something a bit more tailored and then have like a sash belt or something, but have that sort of ease of having an elasticated waistband. We'll see, because I haven't had much success going down that route. The third fabric that I bought from that place is, and let me find the selvage that way. So it runs, so like I said, I have no idea. It's too lightweight for a cotton jersey, possibly a viscose jersey. It feels sort of woolly. It doesn't, I haven't washed it yet, so I imagine this is the kind of jersey which is going to shrink quite a bit. But I thought that will go quite nice with navy, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to make. It may be the French navy now, Asterity, oh I couldn't remember what it was now. Maybe the Asterity or something like that, which is suitable for viscose and a bit more drapier fabric. But that one, so that was my third one, and again that was like £2 or something. So I think, you know, some places do sell fabric which is not that much a metre, and you can tell that it's not that much a metre because the quality is really bad. But sometimes you get a good bargain, like when I've bought things from Rainbow Fabrics. Oh, before I clock off, let me just show you, I forgot to show you my swimwear fabric arrived. So I'm planning on making some swimwear, a tankini and bottoms, and I actually went to the beach this week. If you saw a glimpse of my leg, you'll see I've got a really bright red streak of sunburn down my leg, and that's because I just was busy sorting the kids out and just went, we've got the spray sun cream, and I just sprayed it and didn't rub it in properly, and I have 2 streaks, like one on each leg, of bright reds, sore sunburn. So lesson learned, and that's not the first time unfortunately that has happened. When we went to the beach, I actually wore the Sew Over It Ravello dress, which is part of the Summer Dreaming wardrobe ebook thing, which is where that other skirt comes from. And it was just really nice because it was viscose and it just folds over, and it was just like one piece of fabric, and it was nice and cool, but it was so windy. It was sort of gaping here, so I was sort of like, I managed to get that fine, but the skirt part, because it is above your knee, it was just flapping open, and so I felt I couldn't really move, because any kind of movement, it was just flapping, the whole dress was just revealing open. So that has made me think that I do need some summer dresses, and wrap dresses are not great for a windy day. Anyway, going back, so this was Quick Sew K4182. I actually got this off eBay, and I was looking to make the tankini either with the bottoms which are included, or Mood Fabrics actually have a swimwear pattern. It's got quite a high-waisted full sort of bikini bottom, so I might download that one. So this is, I've got 2 meters of this, but I still need to get the elastic and the lining fabric. And my son went in the sea this week when we were at the beach on Wednesday, and he was like, oh, I wish you'd brought your swim stuff. So I definitely need to make something for when it gets hot again, certainly in the summertime, because he will want me to go in the sea with him, so he wasn't on his own. So these are splodges rather than completely rounded dots. And so this, it said on the description that you didn't need to add lining, but I definitely would. The pattern, the tankini pattern says to line it, and I just would, but I think I really like, it's like a navy polka dot. So I've got 2 meters of this, and that should not take 2 meters, it's 1.1, 1.2 perhaps. So it gives me extra to practice on and just to see if I can get the fit right. If you want to see my if you want to see what's going on with swimwear, I will link that video down below in the description box, because I've just run through my plans and what else is out there if you're thinking about it. I mean, obviously today, it's raining today, but we've been really hot this week, so I think a lot more pattern companies are focusing on swimwear. Although the fabric's not that easy to come by. I think it's very seasonal here in the UK, and so some places have swimwear fabric, and then once it's gone, it's gone. It's not something that they stock all the time. So I do need to order the lining fabric and the elastic. I'm just trying to not buy too much at the moment, just because obviously I had new glasses, I've had, you know, other household bills and that kind of thing. So I can't, you know, this channel earns a little bit of money from revenue from adverts, but not enough to pay for all of fabric and things every month. So I do have to sew on a budget, which is fine because I also don't have loads of room to store it in, but some things will then take longer to make. But I do really want to sew up some more fabrics from my stash, and I do need to make that beach bag that I planned in my spring plans, I think it was, in that video, because I went to the beach and took a carrier bag again this week. So that will be hopefully coming soon before the summer, and I will see you over here if you want to check out this video.